Thank you, Yanni. I realise I've got negative 10 minutes, so I'll keep the schedule. There we go. Only took 5 clicks. Thanks, Dan. So we are looking at P5, so a people focus now to finish off this afternoon, planning for success, a significantly increased proportion of farmers with effective strategic plans. So why? I mean, there's no surprise to any of you over the last few years, many challenges coming at the industry, right? So it makes sense to enable farmers to clarify their strategic long-term goals, help identify and prioritise actions needed, manage some uncertainty, mitigate some risks, and help capture opportunities when they present. So this one's actually for Jono. Jono, that's what people think success looks like. This is one of your favourites, isn't it? And I think we all know in the farming industry, this is probably a bit more the reality, right? So P5, Our Farm, Our Plan, is designed to help participants build a plan that really achieves both business and personal goals. I just want to emphasise that it's not just about the business, it's about the people within the business as well. So it's a process that's grounded in reality, and through the initiative, participants build and understand the current position of their business, including strengths and weaknesses. We actually heard a fair bit about that in the farmer panel this morning. Develop a business plan that sets direction for the farm business. SMART goals, right? As useful and as applicable as ever, both from a personal and a business perspective. They put down onto paper those actions and strategies they need to achieve those goals. So through the program, they get those ideas out of their head, they have conversations with their significant others and actually get it down onto paper. Research shows that's a major step forwards in turning those ideas into goals. Having a greater understanding of their business. Again, we've heard quite a bit about that this morning and how that helps achieve goals for the future. Identify ways to manage dairy business risk and opportunities. Man, there's I don't know about you guys, but risk just seems to come at us from just about every corner, right? So through this, members are supported through a range of one-to-one, both with a trained business consultant, as well as local staff members through the RDPs. And it's about keeping it real, keep it simple, some motivation along the way, with the ultimate output is a one-page business plan on a page. So how are we going? Pretty well, actually. So this program is actually delivered through our regional teams of dairy. So for New South Wales, Dairy New South Wales, Subtropical Dairy, Murray Dairy, and also national online programs. So that's both for the workshops and the one-to-one sessions. And that happens both through the traditional face-to-face workshops. There's an intensive overnight where farmers leave the farm and then stay at a venue to take a deeper dive into the workshops. Again, the online events that I look after, as well as blended, so it could be a variety of the above. Outputs, so thus far through P5, we've had 8 face-to-face workshops, 2 intensive workshops, 3 that were focused more on the younger members, so YDN or Next Gen, those wanting to build a career path. And we've also had 9 national online opportunities where a variety of farmers from across New South Wales have participated. So 22 events with over 100 farmers participating and over 60 individual plans. So here's just a bit of a snapshot of really the throughput over the last few years. Clearly we've reached a peak. We've also had some challenges, right? No surprise with again some of the seasonal challenges that have plagued the industry, especially over the last 12 months, has meant recruiting and participation has definitely been a challenge. So I did want to point out, though, this is really just a quick look at the numbers of farms by RDP, but just on the very end here, Dairy New South Wales, in essence, with support from industry and P5, punching well above its weight as far as throughput participation of farmers in Our Farm, Our Plan. I mean, there's some other juggernauts of the industry there, right? And the New South Wales industry has performed exceptionally well. So again, just some context about the focus from P5 Dairy Up and our industry stakeholders in New South Wales. So I mentioned the output. This is a plan on a page. This is actually one from one of the New South Wales participants, and you can see it's real. So again, just coming back to Peter, you were talking this morning about vision, values, goals. That really centres the plan. So you can see here, we would like everyone to respect their workmates and peers, strive always to produce quality product. We would like to have a successful business that gives us fulfillment in our daily lives. We want everyone to have a commitment to striving for their very best outcome. And last but not least, have fun. So that's actually from a farm in New South Wales developed that vision and value. And then through the workshop and the one-on-one consultations helped build these focus areas. And then using the SMART goals, actions, so focus areas, goals and actions that they could work through over the 2-year period. Here's a quick snapshot of a group from Newcastle. So there's some familiar faces in here, which has been great. That's one of the beautiful things about P5, Our Farm, Our Plan. We bring together all farmers from all different stages of business life cycle, and you can see that there. And that's one of the beautiful things often, more experienced farmers in the industry helping those that are up and coming. So it's not just about what they learn in the workshops, it's what they learn from each other through the workshop and the one-on-one process. So just quickly, here's a quick snap from farmers in Bega, the Smiths, Brad, Deirdre and their daughters, and I just thought this was a really nice little quote from Brad. We sat down, put a plan on a page, what we wanted to achieve in 5 years' time, and we're ticking things off as we do them.
Our farm, our plan was getting what I thought I had in my head down on a piece of paper so I can physically see what I'm doing. And each day I can look at that and reflect on how we're going. For example, this machinery shed was one of the ticket items that we had to done, and we've been able to tick that off as something that we had in the future. I'm really confident about our future on the dairy farm. I highly recommend any young farmer to participate in the Our Farm, Our Plan program.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. You're setting your goals where you're going to be. And without goals, you don't know where you're going to end up.
Anyone that knows Brad and Deirdre in Bega will attest that, reluctant starters, right, like many farmers. So took a little bit of encouragement to get into the program. But as you can see there, that's given them the confidence to plan into the future, to prioritise their own ideas past dairy farming and their own identities. So purchased a caravan, and some of you might know they've just spent a couple of months trekking up into North Queensland. So here's just a little bit of feedback from participants. They've loved introducing each other, really enjoyed the program overall. They found it very informative and extensive. Found this very useful planning tool for our business, farm and personally. And again, I think that's really a take-home message. It's not just a business planning tool, right? It's about the people in the business as well. And it often means farmers go on to look at different capability development opportunities. Good format, great interaction. Again, getting off the farm is often a bonus. Smaller groups often promoted vigorous discussion. So just to leave you, I actually do want you to read through this. I know it's a bit lengthy, but this was feedback that was sent to me by a farmer from one of the courses earlier in the year. And it's pretty powerful, right, because it speaks volumes. So it wouldn't be too many family farms in New South Wales that can't resonate with that sort of feedback. So again, next steps, if you haven't been involved in P5 Our Farm, Our Plan, then now is the time. So definitely, as you can see from the numbers, the early years, farmers participating was excellent. It is getting harder, and I would encourage you, if you've been through the course, you've seen the benefits for yourself, please encourage others to participate. We've got a 1-800 number there, or contact anyone from Dairy New South Wales who's here, or sing out to me. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Greg. This died as well. Any questions for Greg? Phil?
None from Phil. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Greg. As you know, I have participated in our Farm Our Plan and I actually got quite a lot out of it and managed to put down some goals that I didn't even realise I had in being prompted to think about it with facilitators, and I think Jane's here today and I thank her. I want to challenge you for your thoughts on how you can move forward with it and review the goals that people set and how well they've done in achieving them, and then perhaps using that as a reporting tool or a feedback thing, more case studies like the Smiths, for example, to encourage more people to participate once they've seen some of the benefits that have been achieved.
Yeah, look, Phil, that's a really good question. I mean, you might recall the philosophy that we go through in our Farm Our Plan is now, where, how, review. And ideally, you know, in our head, once we set farmers up for success, they would naturally put that up on a wall and they'd look at it every day and be motivated and cross things off. And we know that, life gets complicated on farms. So I do think those check-ins with both the consultant and the RDP staff are handy. Sometimes they're quite informal and you may not even know they're happening when Jane picks up the phone and says, "Hey, Phil, how are you going with X, Y, Z?" I think the important thing is, though, that you're clear about your goals, and this is back to, I think, something that you guys said earlier today, you know, being really clear about what your goals are and communicate them to others so you can actually have a little bit more accountability so someone else knows that you have identified something that's important for your future and it's there for others to see. So, again, I think you are right, Phil, there is more work to be done. At the same time, you know, again, we are encouraging that constant now, where, how review. Good question. Andrew.
Andrew, I deliver some of these programs, and that was one of the points I wanted to make, is that part of the program is a review with regional development staff and also the others, because it's about getting the planning process ingrained in your business. That's the long-term goal here. It's about reviewing your business plans, and if something out of the 4 sections, or 3 or 5, whichever you come up with, it's about actually reviewing how you're going with that and getting. We often go to courses and we come home enthusiastic, put it on the cupboard, and we get bogged down in the day-to-day. But what I really love and why I wanted to be involved in this program is really about the follow-up up to 12, 18 months of having one-on-ones with people and see how they're going with their plan, but also getting them ingrained in their planning process. And I think that's why I believe this course is something that everyone should be doing, because it's about getting in the habit of business planning and strategic planning, not getting bogged down in the day-to-day. Yeah, so more a comment.
100%, Andrew. Planning is for everyone, yes. Isn't it, Yanni?
Yes, it
Thanks.
is. Thanks very much, Greg. That was excellent.